Page 24, practicing in first position. Exercises for fingers 1, 2, and 3 on the A string. First position refers to when your first finger is anchored with your first tape. All of the songs and all of the exercises that we are practicing in this book are in first position. Next, let's take a look at our exercise. At the very beginning, we have our treble clef. We have our key signature, which is 3 sharps: F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Now, for our time signature, we don't have a number. We have the symbol C, that big C that you see after the sharps. That means common time, and the most common time that we have in music is 4/4. And the top number tells me that there are 4 beats in a measure, and that's exactly what that C means. It's common time. It tells me there are 4 beats in a measure. Now let's take a look at this exercise. We have notes that are connected with buddy bars on the top. See those double lines right there? I call them buddy bars every now and again. So the first set of 4 notes has 2 double lines up top. Those are called 16th notes, and they're only worth 1/4 of a beat. So I need to have 4 of them to make up 1 beat. Next to those 16th notes are 2 eighth notes. They only have 1 bar going across 1 black line, and each one of those notes is worth 1/2 of a beat. And next to that, we have 2 quarter rests. And we could go back to page 10 and review our music symbols box where we have our quarter rest. It tells me that we have 1 beat of silence. That's what the quarter rest tells me. And there are 2 of them there, so we're going to have 2 beats rest. So we're playing for 2 beats, and we have 2 beats rest. Okay, now let's take a look at this exercise. Before we even start with the notes and the rhythm, take a look at the arrows at the top of the notes. You have like this little bracket with arrows going down, and then in the second line you have that bracket with arrows going up. So let's figure out what that means. It says underneath it that the bracket with the arrow going down is telling me to put my finger down, my next finger down, during the rest. So don't waste that time thinking about other things. Put your finger down during the rest so that you are ready for beat 1. Okay, that's what it's telling me. And in the second line, you're going to do just the opposite. You're actually going to be picking up your finger because you're starting on a high D, and then you're going to pick up 1 finger, and you're going to be on C sharp. You're going to pick up another finger so that you're on B, and then another finger to be on A. So in the top line, you are adding fingers at the first quarter rest. And then you're just going to wait the time until the next beat, until the first beat, excuse me. And then in the second line, you are lifting fingers, and again, waiting and counting to come in for the first beat of the following measure. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate this for you. So I have a word that I use, and I have called this exercise Pepperoni Pizza for a very long time. So I have 4 syllables in pepperoni. Pepperoni Pizza. Okay, and this way all my syllables are taking care of those quarter beats, and pizza is taking care of my half beats. So let's take a look if that's going to work. I'll just demonstrate it for you. I have pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. 3E and a 4E and a pepperoni pizza. 3E and a 4E and a pepperoni got the idea? But this time we are going to be changing our notes with every pepperoni pizza rhythm, okay? Because you see the directions with the arrows are telling me to put the next finger down. All right, I'm going to demonstrate this for you. So I call this the Pepperoni Pizza song. Here we go. Open A, pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. Put your first finger down. Next one. Put your third finger down. Three E and a second line. Pepperoni. Lift up one finger. Repeat and 3 E and 4 E and put your finger down for the next one. Add your next finger in. 3 E and repeat that note. Second line. 3 E and 4 E and C sharp. 3 E and 4 E and 3 E and 4 E and 3 E and 4 E and so boys and girls, I don't know if I mentioned before, but there is a repeat sign at the end of this second line, so that's why I went back and did it the second time. Okay, that repeat sign goes all the way back to the beginning. That's where we repeat to, even though there's not an actual sign there. Okay? Alrighty. Try it with me. Here we go. Remember that the exercise is repeated. Here we go. Open A, place your bow on the A string, and what you want to do is get your fingers ready during the rest. That's the whole point. Put your fingers down, and then in the second line, pick them back up during the rest so that you're ready for the next first beat of the measure. Here we go. Pepperoni ready and pepperoni pizza. First finger down for the B. First finger pepperoni. 3 E and add a finger. 3 E and add a finger. 3 E and 4 E second line. 3 E and pick up a finger, C sharp. 3 E and pick up a finger. 3 E and pick up a finger. 3 E and get ready to repeat and pepperoni pizza. 3 E and 4 E and B. 3 E and 4 E and pepperoni pizza. 4E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a, 3E and a, 4E and a. Okay, let's try it one more time together. Okay, pepperoni pizza. Here we go. Ready? Open A and pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. 3E and a, 4E and a. Pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni pizza. Pepperoni. Let's go back. 3E and a, 4E and a. 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 Pepperoni pizza. 3E and a, 4E and a. C sharp. 3E and a, 4E and a. Pepperoni pizza. 3E and a, 4E and a. Pepperoni pizza. 3E and a, 4E and a. Whew. Ooh, now I'm getting hungry because I'm thinking of pepperoni pizza. So boys and girls, practice that. The most important thing is that you put your fingers down during the rest. You need to look ahead to see what comes next and prepare that during your rest. Have fun with your pepperoni pizzas.